People, I did not drive 14 hours there and back to Atlanta and come back and have to drive back to Raleigh today to give you a poor episode. I'm here and we're here to give you 100%. It's Next Play Sports. You got Timo, you got Sid, you got Nolan. Sit back, grab a snack, grab a drink, relax, and get ready to talk about the hottest news in sports. It's good to be back, baby. Let's get it.
Hey.
Let's get
Chills. Chills. Absolute chills. Speaking of chills, right? I was thinking about this on the way to work this morning. What is a sports moment that gave you chills, right? So I was thinking about that this morning. So, like, the first two that came to my mind was the first Red Sox home game after the Boston Marathon, the speech that David Ortiz gave. Mm-hmm. That was pretty sick, right? And then the other one was I got the opportunity. I didn't watch it in person because, you know, that would have been very expensive. But I watched Ray Lewis's last game on TV. And his last tunnel exit was absolutely electric. Just wanted to see what y'all had to say. Obviously, no, there's like Yankee Stadium after 9/11. Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about things that
we see in our lifetime.
We actually saw.
So, moments. When I think about moments, I'm like, as a fan, you know, just for me personally, I know a big one was David Ortiz grand slam over Torrey Hunter, tie the game.
That's what I was going to say.
In the ALCS. That's what I was going to say. That was a big one in 2013. I'll forever go back and watch Game 7, 2016. Blocked by James!
I would like to say I'm not a Red Sox fan, but hearing David Ortiz say, "This is our effing city," after that,
nobody's going to take it from us.
Yeah. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, those and Jeter, as a Red Sox fan, Jeter's last hit being a walk-off was pretty cool.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Respect. Nolan? What you thinking of?
Manny Machado striking out to lose the World Series.
Yeah,
pretty big one. That's a pretty big one. That's a pretty big one for me personally.
Yeah, that was a lot of closure.
I've never seen two bigger Manny Machado haters, possibly
He
ever.
ended Dustin Pedroia's career, and it will not be said any other way. He destroyed the back half of Dustin Pedroia's career. We would have had a second baseman for years by now.
Well, I just wanted to see what y'all thought about that because I was thinking about that on the way to work this morning. So moving into today's stuff, probably going to start with power rankings, and then we're going to get into some NBA, and then whatever time we have left, we're going to get into MLB. So the third episode in which we're doing our NFL power rankings, this is 10-1. So we will start out with
Yankees fans.
Well, actually, first, for anybody that doesn't that doesn't really intake like sports news, like they just kind of stay out of the media or whatever. Deshaun Watson is facing at least 1 year suspension. That's what the NFL is pushing for. They're pushing for an indefinite with at least 1 year, so it could possibly miss more than a full year.
$230 million guaranteed.
Every single dollar is guaranteed. The Browns have to pay him whether he plays or not.
Is there like
Jacoby Brissett could be one in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Is there like a prison clause in that deal at all? I'm assuming not, because they were just
going to prison. He's already been acquitted of criminal charges. So, but
longest yard two gonna go crazy.
And then Alvin Kamara.
Him to Henry
You want to
Ruggs.
talk about some passes?
Him to Henry Ruggs. Hands off. Alvin Kamara. Big Ben is the coach.
Oh my God! And then
Peyton Manning cheering from the stands.
Speaking of,
Aaron Hernandez is a team manager.
Jesus. Aaron Hernandez couldn't make the cut.
All right.
Then they're owned by
Ray Rice is the punter.
And they're owned by.
Mike Vick is the head coach.
They're owned by Jeffrey Epstein. Moving on. Number 10.
Yankees fan.
Nah,
yeah.
Jerry Sandusky's the coach.
Oh my God.
Number 10. Yankees fans.
The
Southern Yankees fans.
Your Dallas Cowboys, America's team is what I'm told.
That's what we're told every
How do
year.
y'all feel about that?
I heard that this is their year. That's
We
what I
hear
heard.
that every year from Cowboy fans.
Yeah. I don't think it's their year. But I do believe their season falls in the hands of Dak and Zeke. Dak at times will be top 10 or top, so we'll say top 10. And then other times he's 15 to 20.
At his best.
So it's like, that's
It's gonna
weird.
It's gonna be interesting seeing how the Cowboys are able to work their offense with not having Amari Cooper there.
They have CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, they got
Offense is gonna
CeeDee
move
Lamb,
fine.
but it's just like Amari Cooper balled out for them in Cowboy Stadium. I don't know what it was about him playing there, but he always did go all out. And I know this year for Zeke's a big year. I know it's a contract year for Zeke, or actually he got paid. He's got. Or is he in the last year of his contract? I can't remember.
Zeke thing. If they did pay him though, they kind of jumped the gun a little bit because I believe he's gotten statistically worse every year when he's been.
He has.
Yeah.
Which is wild to think about considering.
And now
how
he's
good he
fighting for RB1 with Tony Pollard.
Well, Tony Pollard is shifty.
He's a baller.
If I think worst case scenario, Ezekiel Elliott turns into a power back, and then they run a 2-back system.
It's kind of what they've been doing.
I mean, that would work for him. That'd work for him.
I mean, yeah, it spreads their offense out. It would fit their offense way better. But if they could run a traditional Cowboys offense that we've seen historically, Zeke is going to be a 1,300 yard rusher. I mean, but I doubt that happens. And Micah Parsons is up next. I wanted him in Miami so bad.
That's understandable. But
I'm trying to think what pick he went.
you
He went 11.
11.
Yeah.
That's what I thought in my head.
He was a steal for 11. I mean,
Because
I'm looking back on it.
I know in the beginning he had this stuff where it was like he was a top 4 pick.
He was
solidified.
really a top 2 pick. If we're being honest, like outside of Trevor Lawrence, like.
And then everything come out about the locker room stuff, and I guess that bumped him back.
That locker room stuff was insane. I'm not going to get into it.
Must not have mattered.
It's pretty vulgar. I'm not going to get into it, but that was quite possibly some of the funniest stuff.
Is
I've ever
it
read.
crazy to say that at this point Micah Parsons looks like the best player in that draft?
I mean, he had the. Well, no, because Jamar Chase, or if we're talking about best defensive player, there's not really.
I mean, if we're
competition, but I don't see how anybody in that draft.
I'm talking about best overall player.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that he has a better season than Jamar. He broke rookie records.
Jamar Chase broke.
I'm saying the
Jefferson's-
conversation is there. He's definitely 2 if he's not 1.
I mean, yeah, he's 2.
Oh yeah, he's definitely 2. But
He's
right
definitely overall
now,
QB.
there's nobody that can really hold a candle to what Jamar Chase just did. But there's nothing else on the Cowboys.
The third best Denver team. Let's go.
We'll move on to the Broncos. Now, I had the Broncos above the Chargers and Ravens.
Cap.
So
Cap.
I had the Broncos at 8.
I had them at 7, but I had the Chargers at 8. Y'all had the Chargers higher than I did. Now, this team was a quarterback away. If any team in the NFL was a quarterback away, it was the Denver Broncos. I mean, he is stumbling into the best offensive line of his career, and it's not even close.
About the best everything of his career outside of having Marshawn Lynch. Well, and he had DK Metcalf.
I mean, he also had the Legion of Boom.
Yeah, but I mean offensively.
This is the hands down the most complete
potent offense.
Yeah, that he's ever been in. He honestly might win an MVP.
Just for recap, where did y'all have the Broncos?
I had him at 7.
I had him at 8.
8. I had him at 11.
Yes, we know, because they're in your division, and you feel like the Chargers are a tier ahead, and they're just not.
Well, they are, but you know.
Oh, that is yet to be seen. But I'm very excited to see what Jerry Jeudy does with Russell Wilson at quarterback.
Oh, it's because they weren't top 10 for me because I had the Browns. This was before the extra cases came out and all that, like, and all the whole season suspension and all that. Like when we thought he might have a chance to play this season.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the Browns at 9.
I mean, technically, he still has a chance to play this season. The NFL is just pursuing indefinite.
The NFL can't, on the Deshaun Watson thing, the NFL can't afford for their brand for them not to suspend Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. I mean, but at the same time, I feel like he deserves it.
Non-legal trouble, Deshaun Watson Browns. That's the top 10 team.
But that's still, I mean, he's over a year removed from football. I mean...
But he's going to a better offensive line, arguably better receivers because they don't really have wide receivers.
But like,
the best run game in football.
I get that, but like compare it to the Michael Vick situation. When Vick came back, he was not the same Vick. He was still Michael Vick. He was still above and beyond good, but he was not the same Michael Vick he was before he did that time. So I mean, and I feel like
I get the doubts, but I'm like, if we're just going off of like, yeah, he sat out a year, but I'm like, he obviously stayed in shape.
He's not going to be a bad quarterback, but I don't think he's going to return to his top 5 form.
No. Getting on to the Broncos, I guess the only questions I would have is, I mean, your offense is definitely going to be good enough, but it's the defense. I know they lost a couple pieces there. Didn't they lose? They
lost Bryce Callahan. I know that. Bryce
Shelby
Callahan
Harris, didn't he move? He went on the deal. He was their locker room leader, went in the deal to Seattle.
Nah, did he go to Seattle? I know it was Noah Fant.
Noah Fant, like 3
Shelby
picks.
Harris was in it.
Shelby Harris was in it?
Yeah.
Okay. Their front 7 is still decent, though.
I mean...
And their secondary is...
Edge, I mean, they got Bradley Chubb.
Yes.
And who's the other edge?
Right now, that is... I do not know, personally. But I know their secondary is...
Nasty.
Possibly top 5 right now.
It's
I mean, they have a top 5 safety. Pat Surtain, the second, is...
Could be a top 10 corner at the season's end.
Pat Surtain is so good. I also wanted him in Miami. But, alas. I'm not mad at Jalen Waddle, but that's a different conversation. And then... Is that it on the Broncos? Are we waiting for Timo to pull up their...
I was just pulling the depth chart.
All right, well, whenever you find it, let us know. So moving on to number 8, we have the Baltimore Ravens. They really got hit by the injury bug last year.
Extremely. As a guy who had 2 Ravens running backs on their fantasy team and lost both of them.
It was insane. So we did the draft in late July. Mm-hmm. And then J.K. Dobbins goes down, I believe, in August. And then he instantly picks up Gus Edwards. And
Edwards. Done.
2 days later, Gus Edwards tears his ACL. It was very tragic. I also think, in a way, it kind of helped your season because you had Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
And then when Lamar went down, the quarterback's best friend is going to be a tight end. So a bunch of backup quarterbacks, they're going to feed the tight end.
The third best tight end?
Shut up.
Okay.
The third best tight end in football?
Their other edge rusher across from Bradley Chubb will probably be Randy Gregory.
Wasn't Randy Gregory solid last year? I couldn't remember.
Because Randy Gregory hit the Cowboys with the pump fake signing that he was re-signing and then went to the Cowboys or went to Denver. They got DJ Jones.
Man got halfway through writing his name.
Draymond Jones.
Nah.
Linebacking core, I have a little question about Alex Singleton, Josie Jewell. Corners are Ronald Darby and Pat Surtain. I mean, I don't know.
They don't have...
The defense is what I question, but...
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah. Now, when it comes to Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, who we had at 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we had them at 8.
Where did I have the Ravens?
I don't know about y'all. I
had the Ravens 7.
You had them 7. I had them 10. I'm personally...
I had him 7.
Still iffy on Lamar's arm talent down the field, right? And I know that's, this, that, and the third. That is what it is. People can have their own opinions. I'm not one of the guys that thinks he's a running back. He's not a running back. He was never a running back. But eventually, history repeats itself. I mean, Vic, Cam, Randall Cunningham, Dante Culpepper, his legs are going to give out. And I'm a Lamar fan. I enjoy Lamar. He's shifty.
Oh, he's very fun to watch.
For the kids,
Fun to watch.
He's great. But if he does not develop into an elite pocket passer, he is not going to have a very long career.
I think the biggest thing for the Ravens this year to be healthy and to compete with the Bengals, in my opinion, in that division, along with possibly the Steelers, but probably them and the Bengals is what I see.
Yeah.
But would be to just be healthy. That's the biggest thing for them. I know it's going to be interesting seeing how the passing game, you already questioned Lamar's arm talent. Well, they took away their wide receiver 1 and Marquise Brown. Yeah. He's gone. He went to.
But now he went to Arizona. Now I will say though, Rashad Bateman is good. He's really good.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They have Rashad Bateman. It's not like
no.
I believe in Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, he's solid, but they lost their ability to take the top off of the defense. Yeah. You don't have to shade a safety over the top anymore because they don't have anybody that can outrun the defense. That's gonna seriously limit their offense, I think. But I also don't think it's going to matter because with J.K. Dobbins back, with Gus Edwards back, I mean, they still have an elite defense. Marcus Peters is also back. That's going to help a ton. J.K. Dobbins comeback player of the year, I feel like is almost a lock if I could guess anything. I mean,
if he stays, that's what any comeback player of the year is if they can.
Yeah.
But he's coming off of torn ACL, so it's.
Yeah.
And they drafted Tyler Linderbaum in the first round.
Yeah, they needed a center.
Yeah. Drafted the best center in the draft.
Yep. Yes, they did.
And they got Kobe Bryant in like the 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, that was a solid pickup. Kobe definitely.
I was expecting him to go like ways.
I was thinking late 2nd.
He went 100. He was the 100th pick.
Yeah, that's lower than what I would have had Kobe Bryant, but it might have just been
he was what. Like just as good as Trent McDuffie in that defense?
Or was it he played with Sauce Gardner, but no, he was not just as good as Sauce Gardner, but he finished as one of the top defensive backs in the nation. Like that Cincinnati defense had 3 DBs all in the race for the whatever award they give out to the best.
They had a linebacker I really liked whenever I watched him play. I kept up with him. Beavers. I can't remember where he ended up going. But Beavers was a really solid linebacker off that defense. I'd have to check and see where he went, but that dude was a monster.
Facts. Moving on to number 7, we have the Cheeseheads, the Green Bay Packers. Obviously, they lose Devontae Adams. I feel like Aaron Rodgers' time is extremely limited. Their defense is roughly the same. I don't know if any major signings are.
They lost somebody.
They lost to Darius Smith.
Yeah. To the did Darius go?
Didn't he go to the Ravens?
Yeah, he went to the Ravens.
I'm pretty sure he went to the Ravens. That's going to be disgusting.
I forgot about that.
Because they went from. That means they would have technically went from Matthew Judon to Zadarius Smith. Wait. They also drafted.
No, he went to the Vikings.
He was gonna sign with the Ravens and then flip to the Vikings.
Oh my God. I think sick of these defensive players.
The Ravens do have a Dafe Elway though.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
But
with the Packers, A-Rod is A-Rod, but when you really break that team down, man, their future is bleak.
It's Christian Watson.
Who's going to throw to him?
I don't care.
But
I'll throw to him. He'll still put up 1,000 yards.
What?
No, I've watched DJ Moore put up 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons. 4 different quarterbacks, and
exactly.
Yeah, you need somebody to throw to them for the team to be successful. And Jordan Love is not that guy.
I feel like the people at home should play a drinking game on every episode, and it's take a shot every time Timo mentions DJ Moore.
But DJ Moore, I mean,
I think he's mentioned DJ Moore in every episode.
No.
I don't think so.
I've mentioned Christian Watson more than he's mentioned DJ Moore.
I feel like that's cap.
No, it's true. Go back. Watch tapes. Watch tapes.
I'll watch after this. After the Packers, we move on to the Chargers at number 6. Nolan, you want to get us started on the Chargers at 6?
The most improved team of the offseason for the NFL. On paper, obviously, like all of this is on paper, but they are the most improved team in terms of additions. And we didn't really lose that much. We signed the best corner, probably best defensive back available at the time. We traded for Khalil Mack to have the best pass rushing duo in football. And we also got Austin Jackson, Sebastian Joseph Day. We signed we drafted Zion Johnson to make Austin Eckler even better. So
talk, Timo. What you think?
I mean, yeah, the Chargers, they improved a lot. I love
the
Justin.
most.
Do you think they have the best pass rush duo in football?
I'm trying to think of. I mean,
You can't name two pass rushers on the same. Well, you also called Khalil Mack washed.
I never said that.
He did.
Oh.
Timo did at the time of the trade.
Okay.
And if he didn't get injured last season, he had a sack a game last season.
It's a little wild, Timo. Call the man Khalil Mack washed.
I'm trying to think of.
He had 7 sacks in 6 games, and you said he was washed because he got injured, and that he was injury prone. But he's only missed 2 games in the last 3 years.
You just said he missed.
Well, obviously not including last year.
9.
I'm talking about you called him washed and injury prone.
Or 10. 10 games
time.
last year. So that's 13 in 3
I'm
years.
saying before that you called it. You were saying that he was injury prone. He missed 2. He missed 2 games before this big injury this year. That's what I'm saying. Dick.
Here's my take on the Chargers. They're a great team. Staley, I feel like, has a great staff. Herb is top 7.
Herb's top 5.
Herb's top 5. We're not having this discussion.
Can we
I don't
really?
care. Yes.
There is
Yes.
not a world in which we can put Justin Herbert over Joe Burrow. We just can't.
There is.
No, there is. He's over Joe
There is.
Burrow.
He's a better individual quarterback. Now, Joe
I got him
Burrow,
5,
Joe Burrow
Joe
fits
6.
with his team maybe a little bit better, but this is also going to be going into this season is the first year he doesn't have to learn a new playbook because he had to learn Staley's last year and he had to learn an NFL playbook before that. So he's got an entire offseason and training camps training with these guys for a whole year.
Here's my thing with Herb. Prove it. That's the main thing.
What do you mean prove it?
What big games?
He's had the best He's had the best first 2 seasons of any quarterback in NFL history. In terms of statistically.
Patrick Mahomes was an MVP with 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns his first season as a starter. So no, he hasn't.
Doesn't look like I care. Herb just had 5,000 yards.
In 17 games.
Because I'm sorry, his defense was ass, and they couldn't win games on defense.
I just hear excuses.
That's not an excuse. The defense was bottom 6 to bottom 5 last year.
He needs to prove it. He needs to prove he can show out in the big games.
I mean, the defense has given up 41 points to the Texans because we can't stop any running back at all.
On the contrary, you only scored 17 points that game. Where was Herb? No, seriously, I'm being honest. Where was Herb in that game? How do you only score 17 points against the Houston Texans?
Listen.
None of that is on the defense.
I'm just saying we gave up just as many points as we scored, and we were in a lot of close games, and some of the the Steelers game we were up 27 to I think it was 14 at one point in that game, and in the fourth quarter it ended at 41 to 37 because Herb had to keep up because our defense kept letting up points to the Steelers.
I mean,
to last year's Steelers offense, which was just Najee Harris and then 5-yard flips by Ben.
Timo?
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, I had Justin Herbert last year. He was really good, like Justin Herbert. Yeah, I mean, I can only see him going up. It'll be fun because I think that division is one of the most open in football.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely
definitely the best division of football in terms of
it's the best. It's the most talented division on paper. We'll see how it holds up. I honestly think if I had to give a hot take, it would be that Patty and the Chiefs do not win that division.
I wouldn't say that's. I don't know. Would that be considered a hot take? I don't know.
I'm just saying. I don't think they win.
I mean, it might, and it's a.
I mean, there could be a world where Patty missed the playoffs.
I mean, because
7 teams in the AFC better than the Chiefs.
I mean,
7.
Just them beating up, just their own division beating up on each other. That's half their games.
Yeah.
I can see them dropping a game to the Chargers. I do not see them.
I mean, we
put
35 on them in Arrowhead last year.
Okay, and Tua Tagovailoa put 35 on the Chiefs. Like
Denver?
You said what?
Denver? He couldn't drop a game to Denver?
Yeah, I was getting into that.
I'm saying he could go 1-3 against
him and Derek
Chargers.
Carr. Derek Carr couldn't have a shootout.
No, the Chiefs are going to obliterate the Raiders this year.
Their defense is pretty.
The Raiders are the Raiders. You know, Raiders-Chiefs rivalry. You know, it always gets a little exciting, but I don't see a world in which the Raiders can beat the Chiefs this year.
Speaking of the Raiders, and you wanted to call out Nolan last episode at the beginning of the episode, so this just all reminds me. So we're going to need an apology out of you.
To who?
Out of you.
To who?
From the polls that we took on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, we haven't even checked on that. What's the status?
I did. It was 75%.
That's when you. That was like the day after I posted it. Hold on. Let's
go look at it.
I'm looking right now. You need to chill out.
If it's anything that's not favoring Mark Andrews, then Sid made 15 burner accounts.
It was 75% Mark Andrews last time I checked.
When was the last time you checked?
I think 24 hours after it went up.
Yeah, exactly. It was a 7-day poll.
We'll go look at it.
I'm trying. You're
We don't get that many followers.
Yeah, no. You need to go follow us at Next Play Sports on Twitter, right? Or Next Play MPS on Twitter. Next Play Sports MPS on Instagram. Next Play Sports on YouTube.
Do it and come back.
No. Don't leave. Don't leave. It's not what we're doing. We're not gonna leave. We're not gonna come back. You're gonna stay and listen, and then afterwards,
they got a pause button, Sid.
It's still
they have a pause button. They can stop for 2 seconds.
It's still 75-25 Mark Andrews, but I don't care what the people think.
What?
Jeez.
All right, Hitler.
All right, I feel like that's a little wild.
Man said this is a dictatorship. I said Mark Andrews was worth.
It's not like I called him trash. I just said he was 4 and not 3.
But he is 3.
No apologies for
now
me.
the people have spoken. So
no apologies for me. I don't care what any of you think.
All right, so moving off the Chargers.
Yeah. Back on the Chargers.
Back on. I feel like we've been here for 10 minutes.
We've been there for a while.
All right, well, moving on from the Chargers then. We have number 5, the
World
Bengals.
Series runner-up. I mean, a World Series runner-up. The Super Bowl runner-up.
God, I hate you. How do you miss that bad?
Baseball first.
That was like a whole lot of red.
What? Wasn't that bad.
You look at this Bengals team, you see scrap that. I'm thinking about the Packers. You see an Eli Apple masterclass. Oh, you're an Eli Apple masterclass away from a Super Bowl ring with your sophomore quarterback coming off an ACL tear.
With a rookie wide receiver.
Jamar Chase comes off the line, and the second worst offensive line in football does not allow a top 7 quarterback to hit the offensive rookie of the year.
Oh, he toasted.
He was so burnt. He was so burnt. Joe Burrow needed.
Joe saw it too. He just needed Aaron Donald not to Aaron Donald.
Yeah, exactly.
But not even that. I would have given you a better chance on that block against Aaron Donald.
So But I
Aaron
think
Donald did that and got pocket change. That's crazy.
he really did. That's insane. And even though
Did all that to get some Kyle Lowry cash.
Get a penny and some pocket lint. Like,
and even though
Best defensive player all time. Duncan Robinson lets him borrow a dime.
Now, I will say, even though that is compared to baseball money and basketball money, it's chump change.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle Lowry
What-
is making more money per year in Miami than Aaron Donald is in California. But that is highest non-quarterback money. So, but that is pretty wild. But back on topic, I feel like as long as you have Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon, Joe Burrow under contract, if you can add to this offensive line piece by piece over the years, as long as you have that offense under contract, we could be seeing the start of one of the most dynastic offenses in NFL history.
They improved the offensive line zone too.
they did. Can't remember names.
Like Jamar Chase,
it couldn't have got any worse. Let's say that. It couldn't have
Jamar
got any worse.
Chase, after a rookie year, is probably going to be drafted first overall in a lot of fantasy leagues this year.
Oh, is it Sid?
I'm not drafting Jamar Chase. I'm not drafting Jamar Chase.
Breaking.
Not happening. Yeah.
Breaking. Dolphins defense has been drafted first overall.
Never in my life. I'm undecided.
Drip McDaniel won't let me down.
Drip McDaniel will not let me down. You watch your mouth.
I just
about
have a-
Drip McDaniel.
I have such
He
a
is
bad
so
feeling
much-
that it's going to be a Dolphins
He
player.
is so much more swaggy than Brandon Staley.
I don't
What
care.
are we
Brandon
doing on this
Staley-
pod?
Brandon Staley's a better coach.
Brandon Staley has the drip of a microwave.
I don't care. I
Mine-
don't care what he dresses like. Bill Belichick has worn hoodies for 50 years.
I'm not getting in
that's
on the
drip.
drip discussion.
That's not drip. He's worn the same. He's worn same or similar hoodies for
That's
50
old man
years,
drip. We're not
and
even
he's
gonna
the
get
greatest coach of all
We're not even
time.
going to get started on Chubby Cheek, Ted Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks, Matt Rule.
Matt Rule dresses like a substitute teacher.
He dresses like a high. He dresses
He
like
coaches
our
football
old,
like a
our-
substitute
He dresses
teacher.
like our old baseball coach. Oh, Josh. Yeah. Quarter zip
I don't
everywhere. I'm surprised he didn't wear a quarter zip to the presser.
I don't even want. Matt don't even deserve. You know what? I'll take any time to slander Matt
Quarter
Rule.
zip and a golf visor everywhere. Straight hose.
Best friend's wedding. Best friend's wedding. Quarter zip.
Quarter zip.
Quarter zip.
I can just imagine.
Imagine wearing a quarter zip and a visor everywhere and not playing golf. Because there is no shot he knows how to work a golf club.
Hakeem McCollum was seeing Matt Rule's name come across him. God dang it!
Matt Rule's gonna pick up a golf club. He's gonna like,
Is it too late to hang up?
can it throw a spiral?
He's
Steve McQuarrie's like,
losers.
is it too...
No, I'm just kidding. But playing for David Tepper and Matt Rule.
I feel like Matt Rule would look at a golf club, pick it up, and then just throw it because he didn't know what to do with it. He'd pick it up and like,
Matt Rule.
God, man. What were we even talking about?
The Bengals.
Okay.
we're on to the Bucks. We're on to the Bucks.
Well, yeah. So number 4, the
Tampa.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I just want to take a second, right? This is my piece. All right, I need you to stop for a minute and listen. Okay, I want to direct this directly at Thomas Brady.
Thomas.
Why? Why did you come back? I was quite possibly the happiest man on earth when I read Thomas Brady retired. Do you hate your family that much?
Must have.
You were home for 2 months. You wrote goodbye to Patriots fans. You wrote goodbye to the Buccaneers fans. You wrote goodbye to the Patriots organization. And then gave a big middle finger to all of it.
Yeah, I gotta say, whenever Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
All right, Skip. Skip.
Whenever,
Let me talk.
whenever,
It's my turn.
whenever he did retire, I was so ecstatic because okay, the division's up for grabs.
Oh, it was never.
Everybody
up.
sucks.
It was never up.
You have Matt
up
Rule.
for grabs for the Panthers.
Listen,
You thought it was up for grabs with Matt Rule?
Oh yeah, the Saints definitely would have smoked that division.
my theme for this Panther season. It's just okay.
Take my
Like whatever you gotta say, whatever you
Matt
gotta say.
Rule is his football Russell Westbrook.
Oh yeah, except I'll cheer for the Panthers. Like I said, right now, NBA wise, if the Lakers stink, I don't care. That a team with Russell Westbrook on the roster cannot hurt me. I've let you hurt me for too long. It was a year of depression.
I'm stronger now.
Yeah,
I'm ready to
and
move
you
on.
can't hurt me anymore. So
That's all I had to say about the Buccaneers. I don't care about anything else. F the Buccaneers. F Tom Brady. I'm salty.
They're probably gonna win like 11 games. So
Shut
moving
up.
on. What they are?
Shut up. They're going to
But
go
like
6-0 against their division, which is going to be insane. But
Yeah.
moving on to the Kansas City Chiefs.
They could drop one to the Saints. That's it. That's it. That's the extent.
I can
like I said, Panther
understand.
fans, all you gotta say for right now, until our time comes, is just okay. That's all you gotta say. Moving on.
Trace.
So with the Chiefs being 3, right? I guess, understand they lose Tyreek Hill. We can project, or y'all can project, that the Bills will be better, blah, 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 right? I see that as, until the Bills beat the Chiefs in January, the Chiefs are better. That's why I had Chiefs 2, Bills 3, but that is just me. But I also see where y'all were coming from.
Yeah. Like you recognize that the Bills are capable of beating the Chiefs
The
with
Bills
the
are
roster
capable
that
of
they
beating
have,
anybody.
especially with adding Von Miller.
But it is, Patrick Mahomes is quite literally a different animal and the same beast. Is he not the greatest quarterback I almost said we've ever laid eyes on. I feel like he is. I feel like he is way more talented than Tom Brady ever was.
I mean, talent, yeah.
I mean, he obviously does not see the field as Tom Brady saw the field. But in terms of the throws he makes,
in terms of creating,
he has the ability to pull something out of his ass better than Russell Wilson. And I watched Russell Wilson do an outfield baseball drill over the left shoulder, over the right shoulder, S pattern, zigzag, the British are coming, get out of the way, turn around, Kobe fade off his left foot. Doug Baldwin is by him, or was it Jermaine Kearse, Timo, in a 2014 NFC chip against the Packers. Remember when he's like scrambled 15 yards back, Kobe'd off his back foot, and like Jermaine Kearse or Doug Baldwin was just wide open in the end zone for the 2-point. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? Yeah. Russell, Kobe Bryant, Wilson.
I want to say it was Curse.
the third.
Yeah. The third. But yeah, that's my piece on the Chiefs. There's not much else we can say. The top 3 was.
They also did add Ronald Jones.
They did. That was a good pickup. They also added
Juju
Juju Smith-Schuster to their wide receiver core. I think Travis Kelce is probably about to break his own record for most receiving yards by a tight end.
Oh my God, I'm so scared.
And this is a Patrick Mahomes revenge season. I think he's about to have an MVP season, and they're gonna really shut everybody up because it's fun. I guess it's fun to hate on the Chiefs right now. In terms
Well,
of,
I mean,
the
it's like
national media.
people hating on the Warriors. You hate them because they succeed all the time.
I guess. But we can move on. Oh, yeah, Timo. I didn't even catch that. You want to speak on that?
What?
Pipe up, boy.
What, the tweet I just sent?
You sent a tweet out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Drake. No. So do y'all want to move on to the Bills?
Yeah, they had Von Miller.
They have to get over the hump soon. They're capable. They're good enough to. Josh Allen is top 5. It's not really up for debate anymore.
Yeah.
But their secondary is aging, unfortunately. Micah Hyde and
Jordan Poyer.
They're getting older.
Trey White.
He's
Still he's going to be elite
28?
for a while, but they don't have a CB2 that's going to be able to keep up. I know they just drafted. I think they just drafted McCreary. I could be wrong though. But with their defense, their championship window is closing. Tremaine Edmonds is getting older. Matt Milano is getting older. So in terms of their defense, their championship window
And
is
Von
closing.
Miller's not getting any younger.
Exactly. Well, he
Well, Von Miller just came there.
Yeah, he was just ring chasing. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. He's still not young.
Von came and was saying, like, you know, he admitted, he's like, I'm selfish. I want to be the first player to, like, win 3 championships with 3 different teams. Because that was his point. But I mean, the offense, I've seen a lot of people expecting a lot out of Gabe Davis this year as wide receiver 2 to complement Stephon Diggs. We'll see what happens. I think I'm hearing that a lot of people are excited about James Cook over there.
I mean, yeah. You know what's crazy? He grew up a Dolphins fan.
But yeah.
Tough.
It is tough.
He's gonna
Now we're
cook
just
y'all
getting
for years.
Now we just have to dominate them head to head.
We will see.
But
All right.
yeah.
Moving on.
I mean, there's not much to say about the Bills. All right,
there.
and pretty obvious, clear number 1 is the Los Angeles Rams. They just re-inked Aaron Donald to the highest non-quarterback deal in NFL history,
Signed
which
Allen
would put
Robinson.
him about
'cause-
68th in NBA money. But
Signed Allen
pretty
Robinson.
simple right here. Yeah, they're running it back. Plus Allen Robinson.
Plus Allen Robinson.
Plus
Robinson's
Allen
gonna have
Robinson. I mean,
the best quarterback of his career.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew this,
I'm about
but
to say who is the
yeah.
best?
Hold on.
No, I wasn't saying. I wasn't
before
saying
he
it
was
as a
before he was a
question. I
Bear.
wasn't saying it as a question. I
Before-
told him what it sounded like, but I wasn't saying it as a question.
Before he was a Bear, he was a Jag.
Yeah.
Back when he was AR-15, guess who his quarterback was?
I didn't say it as a question.
Take a guess.
I didn't say it as a question.
I'm testing your football IQ. Yes, it was obviously a rhetorical
Why
question.
would I know the Jags quarterback? Why would I know that?
Was it not Blake Bortles?
I was gonna say it's Blake Bortles.
Was it?
Blake Bortles. Yes, it was Blake Bortles.
That reminds me of that graphic.
2017 AFC Championship quarterback.
Yeah,
Blake
that graphic with them and Tom
That's
Brady
so
with like Mitch
surprising.
Trubisky.
It's not. It's not. When you really think about it, it's not. That Jags defense that year was an historic defense. Like, the fact that they were not able to keep that defense together is really insane, because I do not see them losing that Super Bowl if they would have got past Tom
They
Brady.
got 2 first-round running backs. Who cares?
And they literally were beating Tom Brady until they folded.
Like a cheap suit.
Exactly. Pressure bust pipes and Duval County's dreams.
But it's okay. You know why? Because they got 2 first-round running backs.
Anyway, do we think with the Los Angeles Rams, right, that Cooper Kupp is going to come anything close to what he did this past year?
I mean, it's kind of hard to say, hey, will you like have a historic top 5 season we've ever seen from a wide receiver, win the Triple Crown, and all of a sudden go out and do better? I think it's hard to say that Cooper Kupp's going to be better than he was last year, considering they've added Allen Robinson.
Well, I don't think he's going to be better. That's pretty hard. I'm saying, do we
that's
think
gonna be
he
like
has
the greatest
the
wide receiver
same...
season of all time?
I think I think Cooper Kupp, there's something with him and Matt Stafford. They got a definite chemistry.
Yeah,
Stafford.
I mean, they're the first ones in, last ones out. They got a lot
their
of
motor's just a little higher.
They got a lot of
They're
grit.
just the sneakiest athletes you ever saw.
They
They just wanted a little bit more than the next guy.
Yeah, they're very
They're really-
sneaky athletic.
They really understand the game, you know.
But
Also, Cooper Kupp goal line fade is a guarantee.
Against
not.
Eli Apple, yeah.
It is.
Against Eli Apple, it is.
Yeah.
But Eli Apple is really
He was doing that all season.
Eli, like
Cooper Kupp was doing that to anybody.
He's Eli Applejacks, right? He is breakfast.
I see cones.
Exactly. Eli Apple's a walking cone.
But yeah, I mean that the Rams are like the first NFL team you look at and like, okay, this is a super team. Like you look around and
I mean, outside of like maybe the 07 Pats,
like a healthy Tampa team. Yeah.
the healthy Tampa team from a few years ago, they're not as good as they were because some of their stars have aged a little bit. And then you think about the recent Chiefs, Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill. I mean, Travis Kelce, that dynasty.
Chris Jones,
yes.
But yeah, I feel like when we get into the top 10, there's stuff that you can debate. Like some people may think a certain team doesn't go here, doesn't go over this team, but I feel like overall, when you're talking about these top 10 teams, they're all like right there in this collective. I mean, and the only real place that like you can see a gap in 2 to 5, but I think there's like a gap between the Rams and the rest of the field. Like I do. I feel like it's their race to lose.
Oh, of course.
The NFC West got worse.
The Seahawks are terrible.
Seahawks worse.
Seahawks
D-Hop suspended.
Yeah, the Niners
are in
serious.
question.
They're just not serious. And the Cardinals are the Cardinals. They're not going to have D-Hop for the first 6 games. They're probably going to have a division game against the Rams in the first 6 games.
And we know how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Kyler Murray doesn't show up in the big game. But that looks like it's going to conclude the official NPS 2023 season.
23-24.
Because it's not, what?
Yeah.
23-24?
That's yeah.
Are you dumb?
Oh, I mean 22-23. You're right.
God.
Yeah.
Anyway, that concludes NPS Power
Eat a
Rankings.
Frank.
Nolan, I'm gonna spaz. So onto the NBA front. Maybe 30 minutes prior to recording, we started recording, Kyrie Irving opted into his $37 million player option. He will not be seeking a sign and trade, and he will be, I'm assuming, finishing his contract out in Brooklyn if this is the last year of his deal, which I would assume it is. So the Nets are going to run it back.
With Ben Simmons.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Look, man. I gotta get some stuff off my chest real quick. All right. Kyrie. Like, I never thought it was gonna happen. Really, deep inside. But I was like an NBA fan again for like a cool day or two.
You think you were an NBA fan. We were... Heat Twitter was like just waiting
for KD.
Yeah. Yeah. We were waiting for Kyrie to blow it up. Because then Pat Riley would have went and got KD. And it would have been over for everybody. But we'll just win without KD.
Back to my stance.
Finish your piece.
Are you really gonna do that though?
Shut up, Nolan.
I'm just saying.
You drafted 3
Nolan, this
wings.
is my time. All right.
Sid started talking. You shut him up.
He knows he doesn't have the authority to do that.
Order.
What authority
in the court.
Can either of you fight? I've never seen either of you fight.
Sid, I'll break you over my knee.
I would drop you on your neck. Finish your piece about Kyrie Irving.
Let's get back to the NBA.
Anyways, Kyrie. Like I said, I was an NBA fan for like a day or two. Like in the wings. Because I was like... Because for me, it ain't even about getting Kyrie. It's getting rid of Russ. Because you can say what you want and we can get y'all's opinions, but 41 games plus the playoffs with Kyrie is better than 73 games with Russell Westbrook. I don't care if it offends him. You soft.
Skip.
You soft. I will say, I saw a graphic today. Russell Westbrook actually had, I don't know how many games he played in the season.
73.
He played 73. Well, 27 of those were actually really good games.
No shot.
What about the other 50?
Yeah. I mean, that's a problem. That's a problem. The other 47 games is definitely an issue.
Like those are 27 games he didn't have 15 turnovers.
The other 46 games, my bad. But yeah, so he did have 27 decent games. He played elite for a quarter of the season.
Elite's a strong word.
Elite.
We cannot say.
I question yours and my definition of elite. And whenever we're considering Russ and anything.
He had some
Elite
games where he
is
was
Russ
not
had
10 turnovers.
Russ
That's
had
elite.
some good games. I mean, we weren't healthy, so I mean, I guess he didn't get to see us in full spectrum as much. But still, man, like I said, I was leaning on the hope and there'd be some rumors come out and we'd see that Kyrie wants to come back or join LeBron, and then Kyrie is just like, yeah, no.
I want to cut you off here. In one of our group chats, I brought up the fact that there was no way you get Kyrie Irving without finding some poor team to dump Russ off to. And your response to that was, "What you mean, my boy?"
Yeah,
And-
because we didn't have to have a third team to get Kyrie, because Kyrie, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
He was going to sign the $6 million mid.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's not about money. Like,
I mean, Kyrie, you already seen him.
Him and Miles.
Mike.
Him and Miles swore up and down that he didn't care about money.
He doesn't care about money.
it's about sending him.
But I mean, if he cared about money, like if it was about money to him, then he wouldn't have done everything he did last season.
That's not the point of that. The point of that is he valued his beliefs over $17 million. Right?
70-something million dollars.
It was not 70.
It was,
million.
including Nike
so you're telling me
endorsements.
he was? Oh, okay. Well, still, he valued his beliefs over $70 million. Right.
Yeah.
That was in the situation he was in.
Yeah.
He is not going to make a career-altering decision to go sell his efforts. Like, that's his whole thing, is that the NBA's organization is corrupt. The world is corrupt. The government is corrupt. People...
Word?
Like, that's his whole stance on everything, is that, like, nothing is like true and pure. So his whole thing is like, why would I sell my talents, which are top 4 or 5 at my position, for mid-level exception? He wouldn't do that. It's not the fact that money doesn't matter. It's the fact that he cares about his beliefs more than money. Nothing in his beliefs was stopping him from signing whatever deal he wanted. That's my point on that. But I digress. We digress. Only other really significant NBA news outside of that is the Jeremy Grant trade to the Trailblazers, which, I mean, it helps them. It makes them better, I think. But on the same coin, it does not make the Trailblazers scary, right?
This doesn't make the Trailblazers scary. I mean, getting a healthy Dame back, and you're gonna have Anthony Simons and Jeremy Grant.
And now
We got free agency coming up, which will, I mean, I feel like, doesn't Portland have some money to spend?
they should.
They might not. I don't know, but
I mean, I don't see.
I mean, they're only like, what, big contract is Dame, right?
but they just got Jeremy Grant's, but his is only 20 mil.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who knows? But yeah, I mean, I like Jeremy Grant.
And they just drafted Shaden Sharp.
We're about
They
to get
drafted Shaden Sharp.
Yeah,
That's solid. I like that.
We're about to get into it with that stuff.
So before we cover the NBA draft, we're gonna move into
Top 5.
our top 5 NBA point guards. So for the next 5 episodes, we're going to give our top 5 at each position. So this week will be point guards. We'll get into like shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, centers in future episodes. So for this one right here, we're gonna start at 5. So who did y'all have at 5?
John
Anybody?
Morant.
You had John Morant at 5, Timo?
I had Damian Lillard still.
Dame at 5.
At 5?
I had John.
After 2 years of being better than Steph Curry, he's at 5?
Yeah, I mean, he had to sit out for a year, man. Sucks. I love watching Dame. Dame's one of my favorite point guards.
Dame is electric. I love Damian Lillard.
Dame time, baby.
I had Ja Morant at 5. So, but I think LaMelo Ball is going to give him a run for his money this year.
Oh no, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that. I mean, is that wild of me?
I don't have LaMelo as close as you do to the top 5. Then
I've got LaMelo.
He's still not better than Chris Paul.
Yeah, I don't have LaMelo better than Chris Paul.
I think he will be this coming season.
I mean, he might be, but I'm saying he better than Chris Paul right now.
I digress. So, if you had Dame at 5, who was 4?
Ja.
Whoa.
I ain't even got that.
Well, that's fine.
And
I had
you know me.
I had Kyrie 4th.
Oh. I'm glad we know we all got similar lists. All right.
Do you have Kyrie 4th?
No, I have him 3. I have him over Dame. Because I go based off skill set. Based off skill set.
So who's your 4?
Dame.
Dame. Okay.
And then,
so me and you just had it flipped.
Yeah.
And then I had Dame 3rd.
Over Kyrie.
Yes.
And I had Kyrie 3rd.
We're all in this together. Yeah, we know.
Did we just become best friends?
Did you touch my
We should
drum
make
set?
bump beds.
So much room for
Triple bump
activities.
beds.
But from now on, you will call me Nighthawk. No,
I'm
but
burying you alive.
oh my god.
So that leads us into
2.
2.
Which I'm assuming we all had Luka Doncic.
Yeah. I didn't even have Luka because I didn't count Luka as a point guard.
Oh no. No.
I had Luka.
Okay, I was about, dude. I was like, you remember
Before you
when
said that
Walking
Luka
Dead,
was a point guard, I didn't have him on the list.
Well, yeah, but when Walking Dead, whenever Carl had to kill his mom,
Carl.
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 No.
Carl.
That's exactly what went just through my head right now when Timo like gave us that look. And the number 1 is
Seth's brother.
Yeah, Seth's brother, Stephen Chef.
Dell's son.
Aisha's wife.
Riley's dad. Riley's dad.
Aisha's wife. But yeah, that was a pretty cut and dry list. I'm glad we all agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all had the same 5 names.
I had Chris.
Chris Paul is my honorable mention at number 6.
That's what I was gonna say. He's my 6 because Luka is a point guard. I had Luka still as a small forward, so
I had Chris Paul too.
So I had like Steph, Kyrie, Dame, Chris Paul, John Morant.
Facts.
And then I was like, you know what? John Morant's better than Chris Paul at this point.
All right.
I think he's gonna be in this.
So let's move into
Draft analysis?
yes, our draft analysis. So
Dude got 4 picks and he still got beat.
Yeah, Brady Man
shout
has
out,
a lot of sons.
Shout out,
Dude. Shout out, Dude.
Duke University.
Duke University.
DOOK, right? Capital K, because we step on Coach K, right? 4 first-round picks, man. They had to be like. They should.
They made the Final Four.
They definitely should have won the Nat.
College basketball.
Did they win the
teams of all
Natty?
time.
With 4 first-round picks, they had to have won the Natty.
Oh
didn't make it there,
yeah. They won that game by 20 points.
Oh yeah, 4 first-rounders. One of them being number 1, Paolo Banchero.
Coach K's last year?
Coach K's
Oh yeah,
farewell tour.
Yeah, it was written in. Oh wait, them boys.
I
Them
forgot.
boys. Yeah, that's insane.
Dang Tar Heel, yeah.
Get shit on Cade. Anyway, so if we're moving.
Get shit on Ty. Get shit on Cade.
Oh, especially Jenkins. Especially old Jink.
Coach Teach, if you plug it in, I'm going to send him the link.
Oh, don't do that.
So you have to send it on a rotary phone.
Yo, Teach has an iPhone. Teach's messages are blue, okay?
Oh my god. Alright, so
She has to go through the operator.
there's
I'm
an
sorry.
elephant in the room, and it goes by the name of Memphis Grizzlies. So there's
boy.
something.
I don't want to
You
talk about it no
traded
more.
away DeAnthony Melton for 3
Dude.
wings, and I'm not talking
shed a tear.
Wingstop. 3 wings.
3 wins.
Did you see a picture of the second guy they took?
No.
Oh boy, let me find him for you. What's his name?
David Roddy. It's David Roddy. The 6'6",
No, the dude
261.
from like the smaller college.
That was Dave Wright. He went to Colorado State. To be fatter,
Hold on.
worse. After we gave the Timberwolves the pick at 22, and we got 23, and we traded for 23, right? We had 22. Guess who goes 22? Walker Kessler, who I said a month ago I wanted him on the team.
Can I lie, my friend? That is tough.
It's the toughest thing I've ever seen in my
That is
life.
tough. Like,
Traded up to 19 to take Laravia. Now, I'm not upset with that pick. I'm just mad we did it 2 more times in the same day. And then we took a 6', 171 guard.
you want to see me do it again? You want to see me do it again?
I just realized David Roddy looks like your age, but
Does he really?
kind of.
Shout out.
Got the
Rage.
same beard and hair and all that.
Timo, you pulling up a picture of this dude? Or
No
what?
shot. This website has the draft grade for David Roddy at a
I'm trying to find the one I saw.
When you find it, let us know. Another team we want to touch on is the Charlotte Hornets. Our
We're just
Charlotte Hornets.
flip flopping.
So they traded away Jalen Duren for 1 first and 4 seconds in the future, right? And they still drafted their center in Mark Williams, a 7-footer out of Duke, 7'6" wingspan, rim
Duke.
protector. I'm not convinced he's the center they needed, though.
Who, Jalen Duren?
No, Mark Williams.
Oh, no, Jalen Duren was what they needed.
Yeah, Jalen Duren, they would have been
Jalen
fine
Duren was
with.
exactly what they needed, and they
I
said,
don't think trading Jalen Duren for 1 future first and 4 future seconds was worth it. But that's just me. I mean, it is yet to be seen how all of that plays out.
I mean, this ain't the one I found, but that's David Roddy. He's a big boy.
Oh, yeah, he's 6'6", 261.
See, if y'all put him in the Heat's
He's gotta
conditioning
keep up.
program, he'd be down to 230 by next week. Kyle Lowry better get in there.
But
He needs to. He needs
know
to
what's
drop
even better?
about. He needs to drop about
drafted
4
another
pant
one.
sizes.
drafted another one. I can't even remember the dude's name.
Well,
but
Roddy counts for 1.5. That's a thick boy.
is that
Him and
thick?
Kyle Lowry are gonna have a twerk contest.
Did we play on this? I hope we play on this
I'm
next season.
pretty sure we do. And then now tying in with the Jalen Duren trade, he got traded to the Knicks,
And then got traded.
who got 3 firsts from Cade's Oklahoma City Thunder
We're name dropping Cade.
for
way too much.
Usman Dieng.
Who might be...
We're giving the New York basketball Knicks 3 firsts for Usman Dieng. Unless my information is wrong.
It's like giving like $1,000 tip at a Denny's.
Well,
What?
Chad Ochocinco does that all the time. Shout out Ochocinco. But, and then the Hornets got one of those for Duren. I believe it was a 3-team trade. And then they flipped Duren to the Pistons to dump Kemba Walker's contract, who's going to reach a buyout with the Pistons. All in all, I think the winners of that whole scuffle in the short run are the Pistons, because out of the draft, they got Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duren.
Oh yeah, basically all the Pistons had to do. So they wound up with their Jaden Ivey just fell into their lap. Who I thought the Kings were high on, and the Kings were like, actually, nah, we don't need more.
Keegan Murray.
Yeah, they were like, nah, we're good.
I mean, Keegan Murray's bad, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, Keegan's nice, but all I heard about was they were one of the teams that were linked to Jaden Ivey and loved him. And I was like, yeah, that could be good for the Kings. And of course, the Kings are like, we don't want to do what's good for us.
Oh, yeah.
But the Kings are going to
I really feel bad for Sacramento Kings fans.
Are there any left?
Yeah, they're still Kings fans.
Jesus.
But I mean,
so the Pistons, their future is really, really bright. I mean, with all the young guys they have under contract for the next few years, man, that the team is either really going to pan out or they're going to be one of those teams that just never gets over the hump. right? But Cade Cunningham is certified.
I still believe Killian Hayes will be a solid backup point guard at some point.
I doubt it, bud. I doubt it.
God, I hope so. I hyped him up a couple years ago.
You did.
I
hyped
up Killian Hayes.
You
so
did
bad.
way too much.
The Houston, like I said, I brought them up earlier whenever we were just chatting, but the Houston Rockets had a solid draft. Getting Jabari Smith, Tari Eason, and Ty Washington.
Yeah. But I mean,
Ty Washington is solid. I think he's really good. But the Jabari Smith, Jalen Green combo is...
That's going to be nasty.
It's going to be disgusting for years and years and years. They got a lot of offense, the Rockets do. They do not have a lot of defense. And I think that's where their troubles are going to come in this year.
what is it? Is Jalen Green? What is dude's name? I cannot remember his name. The other high-scoring guard forward they have.
KPJ? Kevin
Yeah,
Porter Jr.?
KPJ.
Yeah.
But
The
Rockets might be watchable this season if their offense is like 120.
And they're probably end up moving off Eric Gordon.
I mean, they have to. His contract is ridiculous. He's making like $27 million. He's on that Nicholas Batum deal. But the Thunder, outside of Ousmane Dieng, they got Chet Holmgren and
Jalen
Jalen
both the Jalen Williams.
Both Jalen.
Double the Jalen, I guess. But they recreated the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was
cool. But Chet Holmgren, I saw something today where it was like projected 2024 Thunder lineup, and it was Shy. I believe they had Dort at the 2, and then it was Poku, Holmgren, Wembanyama. That's 3 7-footers. And I feel...
And it could work. It would work.
Well,
What if that's what the NBA transitions
that
into?
depends on Poku.
It's just 7-footers who can...
Yeah, like now you got to have a 7-footer at small forward. Because the NBA... Because now it's going to be Giannis changed the game, and you're going to have 7-foot forwards.
I think...
just
I mean, you got...
Poku.
No, but you got to think about it. Like, I mean, Holmgren, Wembanyama's coming up. I mean, Luka Garza in college, Nikola Jovic. I mean, there's a lot of these tall, lanky, 6'11", 7-foot, 230-pound soaking wet stretch bigs that can shoot the leather off of it that are really coming into the NBA. And that might be where we're transitioning, to where like we kind of, from like after probably 13, 14, 15-ish era, like right when DeMarcus Cousins started diminishing, like now there's only 2 dominant, like
True bigs.
elite dominant bigs, and that's Embiid and Jokic, right?
And even Jokic.
I'm surprised you said that.
Everybody else.
I'm surprised he said that.
Jokic is elite.
even
I can't
Jokic
call
is
him not
like
elite. I
traditional.
just think Embiid is better. But
No, because
not even
you hate
Embiid.
Jokic.
Not even Embiid is traditional because he can shoot the 3 ball, right? But like
Way better than he should be able to.
yeah, exactly.
Way better than he should
Way
be able
better. But at the same time, it's like what was I saying? Oh, so the NBA transitioned away from transitional bigs, right? Or from
Positionless
traditional
basketball.
bigs, right?
Positionless.
Positionless basketball. Everybody's playing small ball, and the Warriors introduced that. Technically, the Warriors.
And it definitely works.
Technically, the Warriors introduced it, right? Plug and play at the 5, 1 through 4. The tallest player on the court is 6'7", and that's Draymond.
And everybody can shoot.
Everybody, well, not Draymond. Anyway,
4 out of 5.
if the NBA transitions
Look, if I'm
to
Looney,
this
can shoot.
Twin Towers thing, because like, I'm here for it. I'm excited. I like it. Like Victor Wembanyama, he's going to be ridiculous. I still am on the Chet Holmgren train. I think he's going to be really
Speaking
good.
of the Warriors, who
Patrick-
let them
yeah.
get Patrick Baldwin
They
Jr.?
can't keep getting away with this. James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, Patrick Baldwin Jr. What are we doing?
Dude, I feel like I don't know about y'all, but I'm so high on Jonathan Kuminga. Like
good.
I think Jonathan Kuminga is going to be a star.
He's got to earn his stripes.
Obviously,
He's got to earn his stripes. No,
he's 19.
he's got to earn his stripes.
Why are we worried
broke
about
the
this?
code. He broke the code.
Piss on John.
Why are we worried about Patrick Baldwin Jr.?
What?
Okay, Tima. Remember you said
Okay.
this. This is going to be a clip out.
This is going to be crazy
in
in 2
300
years.
days. This is going to be a clip
out.
out. Jonathan Kuminga is going to poop on the Lakers to ruin their.
Who said anything about Kuminga?
He's talking about Baldwin.
Shit. Patrick Baldwin is going to poop.
Who said I'm gonna be a Lakers fan in 2 years?
I said 360 days, my boy.
Who said I'm gonna be a Lakers fan? We went over this. I'm not a Lakers fan.
Who said he ever was a Lakers fan?
I'm a LeBron fan.
Who are you going to? Who are you going to bandwagon? Or not bandwagon. Who are you going to be a fan of when Bron retires? Because you're picking a team.
I mean, we're gonna have to see when that day
now
comes.
on national television.
I feel like
we're not on TV.
The default is the Charlotte.
No, I couldn't do that.
What?
No, what?
Sure, the team Jordan owns.
Yeah. That's
This guy.
He's the worst GM in basketball.
Whoa.
Who is?
The Kings GM, the guy that said that he didn't want to draft Luka Doncic over Marvin Bagley because he didn't like Luka Doncic.
Did y'all see the video of the Kings fan saying he wanted Bagley and he says he's like clapping and stuff and he's like I didn't want Luka.
Exactly. It's the Kings GM.
Hornets fans would tell you.
I would
MJ's
be a better
bad
Kings GM than the Kings GM.
I mean, there's definitely the graphic of all the players that the Kings missed on, but MJ is an objectively
LaMelo,
bad.
he drafted LaMelo, Miles Bridges
and-
/ GM.
He's a bad owner, but he's the GOAT, so it doesn't matter. Do y'all have anything else to chime in on about the draft?
LeBron's an actively better owner than Michael Jordan.
Well,
I thought the GM wasn't a thing.
Yeah,
what happened to
that's
that?
facts. That's facts. Yeah, I mean that is facts. Also,
You
MJ is the
can't
owner,
win.
not the GM. GM and owner is different.
He's the GM too.
Is he really?
Yes. He makes the calls.
But he made the call on LaMelo and LaMelo was a can't miss situation. But
yeah.
He made the call on Mark Williams.
We'll see how that goes out. The Duke boy, that's weird.
Oh, he said something about it too.
That boy down the street.
But do you have anything else to add about the draft,
Yeah. I mean,
Timo?
I ain't got nothing, man. If I were to hit on anything that LeBron's team did,
Max Christie.
yeah, Max Christie's pretty solid, and I really like the Scottie Pippen Jr. and the Cole
He
Swinder.
wants to be Jordan so bad. He signed his son. That is
I heard
insane.
that Max Christie was the next Tyler Hero.
Who said? Hello, who said that? Their play styles are not similar.
No, that's like
Shut up! Shut.
Max
I hate
Christie
you.
cares about defense.
I just want to piss you off.
Max Christie cares about defense.
So
He
does
just
Tyler
was
Hero.
drafted. And he's
Whoa,
already
whoa,
he's
hold
already
on.
a better defender
Hold
than
on.
Tyler Hero.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
I mean, that's not that big of an accomplishment.
That's what I'm a better defender than Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
Look, what we're not gonna do.
Well,
right?
Tyler Hero's a bad defender.
Tyler
We
Hero
know
is
this
a
so many
cone.
times. He a cone.
He's not a cone.
He
He is a cone.
He's not a cone.
He a cone.
He's a cone to point guard.
He's a cheating cone.
He's a cone to He's a cone to
He's a
practice
cone.
versus PJ Tucker.
He's a dad cone. Wait, what'd you say?
I said he's a cone in practice against PJ Tucker.
Facts.
He is a cone
PJ
against
Tucker
Kyle.
is John Cena-ing his ass in practice.
Keep the same energy.
Kyle Anderson clears.
Both of you.
Kyle Anderson.
Kyle Anderson couldn't clear my left nut. All right. Kyle Anderson might be on my team. That
right.
does not stop the slander.
So we got some time remaining, right? So we're gonna touch on baseball here in a minute. Before we do that, I'm gonna say congratulations to the Colorado Avalanche, 2022 Stanley Cup winners. Cole McCarr won the Conn Smith. I did it.
What?
I did it.
What'd you do?
finally. This is the first championship I've witnessed one of my teams win since the 2013
The team
Miami
you joined
Heat.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were this good. I didn't.
You said, man, they look solid. I think I'm going
I
to
was-
get
I was-
team in the Western Final.
I also remember
It was
for like
before
2
the Western
weeks after the
Finals.
Super Bowl, you were a Bengals, or 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, you were a Bengals fan.
Look, so the 2 weeks prior ramping up to the Super Bowl, right? Our owner
This is a
had
PR
been
statement. This is a
called
PR
out.
statement.
Owner had been called out for throwing games, asking his coach to throw games.
Missed the playoffs again.
Our former head coach filed a grievance against the NFL for racism. And the team was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
What's new?
The Dolphins have owned the Chargers forever.
Okay, so
we don't
to
play
our
Chargers.
designated baseball talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're wasting it. We're wasting it on stuff we don't understand yet.
Anyway, yeah. So, Blue Jays fans, they're
Oh boy,
Y'all need to be stopped.
they're pretty serious.
this is it's insane.
I'm gonna let the Red Sox fans talk on this because
It's not.
I'm all for it. I don't.
What are
care.
you all for?
You were just agreeing with us in the pre-show.
Oh no, it's a little wild.
Oh, he's gonna be so
Alejandro-
mad when Martin Perez doesn't get in. He's gonna be so upset.
Well,
I do
the
not
pitchers
care.
ain't. The pitchers
I know,
aren't decided
they're
by-
not for like the last
I
little bit.
do
but
not care about.
watch Martin Perez
Baseball.
is gonna get in.
I-
Then he's
if I-
gonna care.
If I'm being honest, I don't care about all stars across any sports because they're all fan voted. Pro Bowls, all stars in baseball and basketball. It's all fan voted. Like fan. Fuck. Who was it? God, the bald eagle, Alex
Oh.
Caruso. Alex Caruso had starter votes. I mean, what are we doing? Like that's why I personally do not like stuff like that. I'm more of like the All Pro, All NBA, All MLB stuff. So I'm gonna let y'all talk about this. About
So-
these Blue Jays.
Alejandro Kirk, yeah, sure. I don't care. There's
Yeah,
not
Alejandro
really.
Kirk is a starting.
There's
pitcher
not.
in the
There's
AL.
not a catcher to compete. Vlad, he's a name, and it's a popularity contest. But that being said, Bo Bichette at shortstop is outrageous. It's really like if it was Tim Anderson, I wouldn't care. If it was Tim Anderson and Xander, but when I check the votes, and all of a sudden it's Bo Bichette's the starting shortstop.
over two guys batting over 3.
Yeah, batting over 330. Yeah, it's crazy.
with way higher OPSs.
And then you move out, and George Springer's in left with the season Byron Buxton's
That's
having.
OD. That's OD.
Byron
Buxton's
Buxton. Austin Hayes is starting the All-Star game before Byron Buxton. Byron Buxton's batting like 230. I'm not doing that.
Anybody but George Springer.
Yeah.
But like for them to have 4 starters, and now if we're talking about the All-Star voting, J-Ram's now starting over Devers. Which I mean,
if there's anybody who's gonna do it, it should be Jay.
yeah, but they just had a series head to head. Devers was leading. Devers
Okay.
outplays J-Ram. And then all of a sudden J-Ram has more votes. Guardians fans were salty about
Now
the
we
sweep.
know the Red Sox sweeping Cleveland does not equal Devers better than J-Ram. That does not equate.
At
But
least one of you realizes that.
No, I was just saying. I was just saying how the fans.
I think that Devers has been the better overall hitter this year.
Yeah.
But he's also now the RBI thing is what's going to draw people because he has 20 more RBIs than Devers. But Devers has been batting 2-hole for like a month now.
Devers has been
I
batting-
don't. That okay.
Devers-
That does matter. Yes, it does.
Okay,
Yes, he
hold
does.
on. Hold on. That's where I'm gonna stop you. So what? He's batting 2-hole.
He's not behind
Yeah,
the
okay,
guy.
it only
He's the guy
depends
getting
on-
drove in. He's not the one driving people
listen.
in. Is the point?
This is my thing. So he's been batting 2-hole for the entire season. The entire
didn't know he
season,
was batting.
the entire season he's been in the 2-hole. And the Red Sox have not had an established leadoff hitter. Kike's on base percentage was 270. Then he got hurt, and then in comes Jarren Duran. Jarren Duran's been up and down, but when now Jarren Duran's been solid, and all of a sudden Rafi has more RBIs. That's why I don't really care about RBIs as much as other people may. And like Rafi's leading the league in hits. I think that's way cooler than any RBI statistic.
And I think
He's top 5 in batting average. He's like any way you want to cut it. Rafi's up there and whatever hitting statistic you want to look at. He's second in the MLB in WAR. So, I think WAR matters a lot to an extent.
He's the highest offensive WAR.
So J Ram.
He has a
He's
second
4th in overall WAR
among batters.
among Is this everybody? Position players. Among all position players, he's fourth.
He's got a 4, right?
He got a 4 even. But he's got a 4.2.
Trout leads with 4-2.
Yeah, 4-2. Devers is at 4. Goldschmidt
they
and
have
Tommy Edman are at
identical
4.1.
OPSs. I think. This is what it says. Hold on.
I mean,
Devers is also 9th in on-base percentage. Devers is...
I'm not
Devers is like, what is that, 11 points or 12 points behind him in slugging.
That is freaking
But people want to talk
career
about
batting. I don't want to see
Jose
career
Ramirez
batting.
is having this great power season compared to Devers when he's...
with RBIs, come on. People forget that Stephen Kwan was batting like 700 at the start of the season, leading off for the Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
And was just on base for, and I'm not taking away from J-Ram because, he is having a great season. I just don't think that his season is better than what Rafi Devers has been doing for us.
Devers almost has 100 hits already.
Yeah, he leads the league. He's going to have...
He's 5 more than Paul Goldschmidt.
Where do you find...
Bearing injury, he'll have another 200 hit season.
Devers also has 19 more total bases.
Where do you find RISP?
Like, he's just been a better overall.
I have not been
hitter.
able to find RISP on Pro Baseball Reference.
What are you talking about?
RISP.
Oh, RISP?
Yeah.
I think you have to go to their personal pages. And then look at advanced stats.
I'm on their personal
And
pages. I'm looking at advanced stats.
And if we're getting into the whole... I know we talked about MLB awards not long ago and how...
J-Ram does have a higher home run percentage, too.
Yeah, he's played less games and hit like the same home runs. Like 4 less games or something like that.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I don't care about that. And, if we're getting into the nitty-gritty, we can talk about how Rafi Devers faces AL East pitching and he faces AL Central.
Oh, brother.
But, if you're going to chat baseball, I'm going back on what I was saying. We went into the MLB awards and how he said Mackenzie Gore is going to be Rookie of the Year. I'm a huge fan. Once I first found out about this guy's size, pause. I'm a fan of O'Neal Cruz. He's insanely fun to watch. And the Pirates keep popping up on my Twitter. The exit velo, the velo across the field is insane for him to move that
speed.
fast. Yeah, to move that fast as a 6'7" shortstop. Literally a MLB The Show creative player.
Yeah.
In the MLB. He's insane. It's the best thing that the Pirates have had since McCutchen was in his prime.
But I do think it's going to take a lot for him to overcome what Mackenzie Gore has already done.
The only thing is with Mackenzie Gore throws every 5th day. So it becomes easier in a sense for O'Neal Cruz to make a case playing every day at shortstop for the Pirates. Not that they're going to be successful, I don't think, barring a miracle. But yeah, O'Neal Cruz, man, that kid's something. They got something in him. And
Pirates reveal Goldberger.
Continuing to talk about baseball, just stuff. It's insane to me that the Yankees won 50 games before they lost 20. That's wild. And they just refused to lose games. Like, the Red Sox went on this huge streak and only gained half a game on the Yankees, which will probably be back to 0 after tonight because we're getting throttled by the Blue Jays.
Are we getting throttled right now?
We are getting throttled. Don't worry about it, bro.
We're going to have to wait till after the game.
Don't worry about it, bro. We're down a touchdown.
What?
Yeah. Connor Seabold. I don't really care. If Connor Seabold was on the mound.
Yeah. But...
versus Kevin Gausman. Like, did you expect to win? But
I expected us to put up a fight.
we have 2 hits.
I expected us to put up a fight. But in other baseball news, the Rangers can't beat the Nationals.
You literally lost to the Reds. You literally lost to the Reds. No, I don't want to hear it.
You spent $500 million.
You lost to the Reds when they were struggling out of starting 4 for 22.
So we beat you.
We beat the shit out of y'all.
We beat you.
We literally beat y'all too. We literally took a game from y'all. So
Yeah,
like,
we won 2 out of 3.
if we want to be honest, if you want to be honest, if y'all lost to us and we lost to the Nationals are better than y'all too. By your fucking logic.
2 out of 3. We took 2 out of 3 from you.
I don't care. We still won. We still beat y'all. Like, what is this? Like, Nolan wants to sit here and talk about... No. No one wants to sit here and talk about, oh, the Nationals beat y'all this, the Nationals beat y'all that. Like, okay, it's baseball. It is literally baseball. You grew up playing baseball. You know how baseball works. You grew up watching baseball.
If y'all lost this series
you know how it goes. You know how baseball works, Nolan.
Yeah, you lost the series to the Nationals.
And...
What do you mean, and?
Y'all got swept by the Orioles.
You lost
last
2
year.
out of 3
Y'all got
to the second worst team in baseball.
Swept by the Orioles last year.
Why are we talking about last year?
But I mean, why are we talking about a series loss?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care that much about
baseball.
it. Yeah, I don't care that much about it either.
You lost 2 out of 3 to the Nationals after spending $500 million on your middle infield. You spent $500 million on your middle infield. And they're both batting .220.
Can you fight?
I'm just saying. You told me that the Rangers were on a come up before the season.
Tell him, Sid, it don't count till Jack Leiter's there.
Come on. I mean, what are we talking about here?
Until Jack Leiter's there, Sid's just enjoying
TBD.
baseball.
TBD.
He scored 8 runs on the Nationals. By the way, both of their big signings are batting .220.
I mean, yeah, it's known they're down.
Down is not the word for it.
I just hope both teams have fun. I would have way more fun.
Also, Red Sox fans, tomorrow is the day. No matter what the outcome of the game is.
I mean, it does matter. Like, I'd rather not get beat by a touchdown and then have to say it tomorrow.
So,
but we're saying it tomorrow.
Jose Ramirez is batting .317 with runners in scoring position. And Devers isn't even top 20.
I mean, what's
how many
sample size? Yeah.
Yeah, sample size.
J-Ram has got 63 opportunities with runners in scoring position.
And how many does Devers have?
He's not in the top 20. He's not even listed.
So that was our point of saying the RBIs thing.
This guy.
Or maybe he'll show up in the AL list. Because that was AL and NL. Hold on.
I'm saying if he's not even getting the same getting enough at bats with runners in scoring position to qualify for the leaderboard.
It's not like there's people up here with like there's someone with 41 opportunities with 40 opportunities. AL batting average, scoring position. Where'd you go? So I know, like Nolan the other day, Timo. Whenever we were talking about the Machado injury, he seemed pretty happy.
I mean, I'm not gonna be happy that anyone gets hurt.
I wasn't happy that he got hurt. Do what? Do not try that.
What happened? And something happened. You were like, yes.
No. What?
Yeah, bro.
I'm not happy to see anybody get hurt. Like that's a bit much. But
some Wyatt stuff. Timo, you remember that the other day?
Yeah. Wyatt will still actively like try to call injuries.
Yeah, that's OD. That's so wild. I cannot lie.
I feel like we're winding down, fellas.
We are. I'm trying to find this batting average with scoring position, but the way this is set up is giving me. But I mean, we can start wrapping it up here if that's what y'all want to do. Oh, there it goes.
You found it?
I'm looking into it now. Yeah, he's not even top 20 in the AL on batting average, runners in scoring position. So.
Okay.
That didn't answer anything, but
Yeah, no. But I mean he's batting under 300 with runners in scoring position. He's got to be, because 20th on that list was batting 304.
He's in a 98th percentile on average exit velocity.
Okay, but what is he with runners in scoring position? That's the argument I was using for
I
argument.
found it. I found it.
I'm just looking at
What was his RISP?
Let's see. He spent 300.
300 even?
369 plate appearances. Is that what that says?
Wow.
What was this?
So
What
he
is
has
it?
got
You're probably looking at longer.
more opportunities with runners in scoring position, is batting 17 points lower, and has 20 less RBIs.
There's no way he's
And
had 300
more
at bats
attempts.
this season with runners in scoring position.
6 more attempts.
I said what?
You said he's had 300 plate
He
I
appearances.
said
69.
69 plate appearances.
Oh,
69 compared to J-Ram 63.
Well, it's
So,
actually it's only 60. It's 60 at bats.
60 at bats.
But with men on base, he's batting 336.
Okay, but what about with runners in scoring position?
It's 300.
17 points lower, same amount of at bats.
He's got 1,000 OPS with runners in scoring position. So
17 points lower batting average.
oh my god.
20 less RBIs. He has got 20 less RBIs.
You know what his BABIP is?
20 less
What's his BABIP?
RBIs. I don't care about his BABIP. His BABIP is unimportant right now. He has got 20 less RBIs in the same amount of attempts as J-Ram. 20. Batting 17 points lower with runners in scoring position and has 20 less RBIs.
Listen. His BABIP. Listen.
I don't care
Just shut
about
up for a
his
second.
BABIP.
Just shut the hell up for a
I
second.
don't care about his BABIP. We're
His
talking
BABIP
about
is 271.
your whole argument for J-Ram like being in the All-Star game was that his RBIs were irrelevant.
No, I'm saying that's what other people are saying. I'm saying that's the only thing that puts him above Devers.
Yeah,
And
you attributed that to the fact that Devers been batting 2-hole. He's got the same number of attempts with runners in scoring position and is batting 17 points less.
Oh shit! I lost it.
Same number of attempts, 20 less RBIs, and 60 at-bats. That is 1 in every 3 at-bats.
I don't need all this to know that Rafi Devers is better than J-Ram.
He's literally not. You have 2 minutes and 52 seconds, Nolan, to say your piece
Shut up.
before we got to wrap up.
Shut the hell up.
I mean, I want to see what you're going to come back with. Curious. Where did you even find risk, by the way? Because it took me going through hell and high
You have to
water.
go. You got to go to batting splits and then scroll down in like the middle of the 18,000 different categories. It's show bases occupied.
That's ridiculous.
I don't understand why I have to go through
Timo,
this.
what you working on over
But
there?
Oh no, I'm just looking at his insane numbers about. It's because like everything that whenever he's going up to the plate, he's putting a barrel on everything, and it's just insane when you watch him hit how he's able to like he isn't getting these little dinky hits. It's something is smoked everywhere, and it's just insane to watch. That's why I don't need these numbers. I don't need the analytics. I don't need all this for me to know that Rafael Devers is better.
they are the
So,
same defensive.
That argument that you just used is you watch Rafael Devers play. You watch him put bats on balls.
Oh, obviously I'm gonna see him more than I see.
J-Ram, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a little counterintuitive.
But also Devers, I believe Devers can get to any baseball where it's thrown, because some of the balls that he hits are so like far outside the zone, and
But does he hit them 400 foot like Mike Trout?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like
Yeah.
baseballs picked up,
Yes.
3 balls out.
Yeah.
Yes.
He can do that. He catches sliders off his knees for 400 foot from lefties.
Still batting 17 points lower with 20 less RBIs and the same amount of opportunities with runners on base.
I'm here to tell you right now, I do not care.
We don't care.
But
You
I'm
don't
just
care.
saying, like for real. So can like.
Is that the only argument you have? Because Devers also leads
No.
all of baseball
So this is
in bases.
So my thing with that
Total
was
bases,
that you
doubles.
attributed the fact that J Ram has so many more RBIs than Rafi because Rafi's hitting two hole. He's got the same attempts with runners on in
Which I
scoring
didn't
position.
expect because as bad as Kike was earlier this season,
And
I did not expect him to have the same similar
And
opportunities.
As bad as Kike still
and it's
does.
hitting 17 points lower. So
I'm gonna say like Kike was terrible before he got injured.
I mean, 17
Hitting at the
points out of 60-ish at bats. I mean, to drop 17 points.
Also, the Indians have a lot of content.
Whoa. The Indians. This is the Cleveland Guardians.
All right.
I was raised.
We're gonna wrap it up. Go ahead, Timo. Say the outro.
People, we thank you. We thank you for sticking around for another episode. We hope you enjoyed this installment of Next Play Sports. We want to thank you for sticking around, listening with us, chatting it up, hearing us debate and argue over petty stuff, which will never stop. That's why we have fun with it. No, we're not going to quit plugging our stuff. No, we're not going to quit plugging the podcast. We're thankful for your support, helping us get this far, as deep as we have already. We're excited about where we're headed. And so, like I said, just continue to support, continue to reach out, and with any suggestions you may have, we're willing to accept and hear anything you want us to do. Next episode, it might be a little while. It might be a little while for you to hear from us
Definitely gonna be a
again.
little while.
So, 1/3 of the crew is going on a pretty lengthy vacation. So that member will be back in mid-July.
We coming in hot.
I mean, either me and you two-man it, or we...
No, we're not going to.
Because I'm gonna have ample time.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for Nolan.
Okay.
Narratives I'm bringing.
So what we'll do is we'll just load up. And
NBA free agency should be pretty...
Exactly,
within that time.
Yeah, and so whenever Nolan...
It starts Friday.
Whenever Nolan
Yeah,
comes...
like-
Whenever Nolan comes back, we're going to have like a 2-hour special.
You went from that member to my name real fast.
Yeah.
I'm not... Well, being that I said we could have a
He
two-man...
shall not
Yeah.
be named.
Yeah, I'm a Fed. But as always, we appreciate you. We love you. At Next Play NPS on Twitter, Next Play Sports NPS on Instagram, Next Play Sports on Instagram. We will see you in 3 weeks.
Peace!